Lord.
Holding her hand, I watched my Nana take her last breath. During the last 3 months of her life will be forever burnt in my mind. Today we're going to discuss the advantages and disadvantages of physician-assisted suicide, or PAS. According to the American Cancer Society, 1 out of every 4 deaths will be from cancer. This means that one of y'all has had a person die from cancer. Through my 4+ years of nursing and thorough research, I believe I can thoroughly educate y'all on what PAS is. Today I will explain what PAS is, the advantages and disadvantages. First, what is PAS? What are the requirements, and is it different from euthanasia? According to the Hastings Center, PAS is the practice of a doctor providing means for a person with decision-making capacity to take his or her own life with a drug for barbiturates that the patient takes him or herself. This is an example of one of those drugs. This is different from euthanasia. According to Peter Jarrett, euthanasia is where the doctor or another person administers the medication to the patient. Some of the basic requirements are the same in all the states that it's legalized in. According to procon.org, a person must have 6 months or less to live, 18 years of age, must reside in the legalized state, have 2 oral requests at least 14 days apart, and 1 written request. They must be competent in decision making at the time that they ingest the medication. Now that you know what it is, let's look at some of the advantages. According to procon.org, 5 states, including Washington D.C., has legalized PAS. These states are California, Colorado, Oregon, Vermont, and Washington. Montana requires a court ruling case by case. Oregon started PAS in 1997. A terminally ill, competent person may choose to die with dignity instead of agony. Look at Brittany Maynard, 29 years old. She was diagnosed with brain cancer. According to the Washington Post, Miss Maynard stated, "After months of research, my family and I reached a heartbreaking conclusion. There is no treatment to save my life, and recommended treatment would destroy what time I had left." So she took the medication in the state of Colorado and died peacefully in the arms of her loved ones. Finally, now that you've seen the advantages, let's look at the disadvantages. It's illegal in most states. Some people say it's ethically wrong, and there are alternatives. Punishment ranges from Class A felonies to manslaughter in these legalized states. Let's look at Georgia, for example. According to the Georgia Code Section 1655, any person with actual knowledge that a person intends to commit suicide who knowingly and willingly assists such person in commission of such person shall be guilty of a felony, and upon conviction thereof shall be punished by imprisonment for not less than 1 or more than 10 years. So basically, if I had cancer and I wanted to hasten my life peacefully and y'all knew about it, y'all could go to jail with a felony. In conclusion, should physician-assisted suicide be legalized? To sum things up, we discussed what it was, what the advantages were, and what some of the disadvantages were. Remember my Nana in the beginning? Well, before her last breath, she didn't know who any of us were. She was blind and she was deaf. Those last 3 months took everything from her. And she was on hospice. Hospice helped alleviate some of her symptoms, but she was still suffering. So, if you had the choice to die with dignity or to die with agony, which would you choose?